Okay, we're back, and it's December 14, 1943. Just moving right along. Almost to 44. We got Mataram. I think that's what. Did that? I think that's what it. Oh no. I think it's the Malang or whatever, that base in Java that we were going to attack to capture with those. What do I want to say? My brain isn't working. Those raiders were going to capture it, but we took it without a fight, which means we took it without having to show him what we have in the hex. Oh well. Can't win them all, and we take one hit. Could be worse. Look at all those transports, though. It would have been nice to get into the transports. Instead, we fire 4 torpedoes at a nimble destroyer. Oh well. He's still snooping in the area of Minato, which means we won't be able to surprise him with an invasion of Dodongas. And I'm not seeing my fleet over here pop up, so maybe that means he hasn't spotted us. I would like one extra day that he doesn't know we're out there. Because then that means less aircraft hitting us. I mean, less opportunity for his aircraft to hit us. Okay. Wow. Pretty high concentration of bombers there. I'm hoping, well, and my thought is we're gonna take a few minutes after this resolution and talk about this situation. I want to say briefly because there really isn't anything just yet. But I guess I could give you an update on the Dudhungus operation. I'm really trying to find where he's based his it could be, and I've thought about this, it could be aircraft from the subs are what's spotting our ships. In which case, you know, there's only so much you can do. We're also trying to sink his subs, but that doesn't seem to be working. Oh, so supposedly they're seeing Mavis, Emily, but where are these guys based? I want to find them. It could also be we just can't spot that far. We can't recon that deep. But I'm gonna keep looking. Well, and it also doesn't help that our aircraft aren't are canceling their missions. Alright, so what's this? Some kind of regiment. I'm trying to get in here, but our tanks didn't make it. So this will hopefully slow him down. We can attack him here and kick him back away from behind us. Alright, so we can say we hit one ship today. Maybe sink it by the end of the day. Probably not though. I'm not seeing where I mean, I'm wondering how he's. It feels like a waste of supplies to bombard us there, but it could be that he's trying to make us waste supplies by counter bombardment. Yeah, that was a pretty lackluster day, which is fine. Nothing urgent going on anyway. In fact, in a way, I prefer the lackluster, and I guess I'll point out exactly what I mean. But we got some boats coming in, so we'll take them because we got a carrier, although I think I already sent the carrier on. Nice. I like these destroyer escorts also. Okay. Wow. Big day. Man. Nice. Some useless British subs. uh, wow. A lot of stuff today. A lot. Half of the recording is going to be all this stuff. All right, we lost 6-3, so 2-1 in his favor. Air units, these three here, didn't quite have the effect on his bombers in China as I would have hoped. We lost a few aircraft, including air transports and also these dive bombers, of course, taking anti-aircraft fire, strong anti-aircraft fire here. Any one pilot, that's unfortunate. And then we're not seeing that we sank that cargo ship, and we may not have, but it's possible that they will, that it will, he'll scuttle it or it'll sink on its own um, tomorrow morning or something. We'll see. But you can see, oops, I meant to do that. But here's the latest, kind of at a glance. All right, while I'm here, the reason I'm here is to point out we've got an escort carrier group task force coming in with 27 aircraft that we're trying to fly um, cap for this fleet. 27 isn't very much. I do have two full squadrons of P-38s that are flying a long range escort over this as well. These landing ships will hopefully unload tons of supplies for the troops, the unfortunate troops that are essentially moored here. And I also wanted to point out we can attack here. Let's just do that. Um, I mean, supplies may or may not be an issue, but we can do an assault here, kick him back out, and then leave. We've got our infantry coming back over slowly but surely, moving at 4 miles a day. And that's about it. So I kind of wanted to start here and just say it looks like he did spot us kind of barely. For some reason, his Bettys and or Nels did not fly and hit us. Um, I I'm kind of apprehensive about this operation just because this whole area seems like my game's version of the Bermuda Triangle. But I'm gonna throw that. I'm gonna throw. I, I'm hoping that he flies in with what he normally flies in with. And you know what? I'm gonna do one more. I might do another night raid. Looks like we need a pilot here. Yeah, that's because we lost some aircraft. Anyway, I'll have to organize some of this stuff, but I'm gonna probably take these bombers and do one more night raid on Singora, see if we can take out one or more Bettys, and then you know, minimize the opportunity for him to hit us here. And then also I saw him snooping a bunch of stuff down here. Yeah, like these patrol ships. These ASW. Let's see. So yeah, he's seeing a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. Um, some things I care more about than others, and right now I don't really. I'm okay with what he's discovering. um, yeah. So anyway, this okay, the status update. We have ships that are no, not Hansa Bay, Hollandia. We have ships that literally just got here. I mean, I say that because they weren't here, and now they are. They weren't here as of yesterday. Um, so I plan to maybe I'll grab this AG. Let's see, what's our speed here? Uh, 12. Okay. So I could I'm not worried about it right now. So I'm not going to do too much just yet. I have more task forces coming. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit. Here's the other group. So these guys will arrive. Will maybe just in one day. So I might go ahead and start loading up, because then we're ready to push out when everybody's ready. Um, but we're pulling the trigger. So I'm gonna start loading up all these guys that are um, scheduled for Dudhungus. If I have space, which I should, I'm gonna go ahead and grab even Devout and Malay Belay. Um, and then we're gonna and maybe grab even some of these others. But these that are scheduled, all these first Australian Corps, I'll probably send them to Java. Yeah, probably all these will go. Mm, yeah, I think I want to send Australians to Java, but I'm not sold on that yet. But the point is, this Morotai, um, I need to put some guys there, but these APAs and AKs are amphibious assault, and so I'm gonna maximize. And we've got our CVEs that are going to escort us in. We've got more CVEs coming. I mean, I'm going to go in heavy. I've got my carriers sitting here at Darwin, um, and then the next step is to get like follow-up forces in here ASAP and push up into because I want to hit when I hit it. I don't want to be playing around for too long. Just want to. Uh, well, if we can take this, we quickly build up the base. Also get into Devow. We can get some um, air power in here to keep away, certainly minimize what he's doing with his AKLs out here, but keep away any reinforcements, isolate Mindanao at least, and also isolate some of these other islands, Panay, Samar, etc., Leyte basically, And yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be good. Um, but yeah, that's coming soon. We captured this without a fight, and the next step is for this guy to essentially go up here. Um, why is it going west? I don't. Oh, right. Let's look at the roads. It could go northwest and then northeast. Let's try that. I don't know why it's saying west. Let's just say, you know what? Just march directly there. And based on, look, I'm going only based on the image here. It looks like oh, I see, I see. That road does not connect to the base. Okay, now I get why it's doing that. I will honor that and go around. Yeah, because I don't want to play around with the hassle. We'll go here, but I, I kind of thinking we're gonna do the same thing. Just march. All right, so here's what's going to happen. One unit will come here and go in, one unit will come here and go in, and this base by itself blocks supplies. So that'll isolate Surabaya, and then we can come in and out as we please. We can maintain a siege here, or we can leave, and all these hex sides will be blocked off. And as long as we have a unit here, it will here at Surabaya it will keep him from leaving. Um, so I may leave the Cav division there. I'm just saying that that's what maybe maybe this should be the one to go all the way. Because the Cav division will get here and we can march in while the Raiders come here and then march in. And I don't. I'd rather the division get in here first than just park. And I don't see him counterattacking our division and defeating it. In any case, trust me, I have air superiority, or you could say supremacy here. So I think we won't have any problems um, suppressing whatever's here. In the meantime. These that are in strategic move mode, basically, the goal was to keep it. Okay, probably. Okay. The goal was to basically be able to move them quickly. So as they're unloading already in strategic mode, I was leaving these engineers were in combat mode, but now I'm moving them to strategic mode. And other things that are being brought in on transport, not on amphibious vessels, are going to be already in strategic move mode, and then we can get them up to basically Malang very quickly and then unload them, and then we can proceed to push around the map here. Um, so that includes this artillery. This base force, I want to get. What is it? I'm not sure what this is. I think I want this in Malang also, or here Malang. Um, but we're constantly having this inflow of troops. It's gonna be that way for a while. And any available vessels, I'll be equally pumping troops into Mindanao as well, because we gotta keep these going. And again, I'm going to put the emphasis on Mindanao and the Philippines. So the reason I'm not doing anything just yet is because these are APs and AK, regular APs and AKs. So I'm not. I don't need them for this operation yet. I'm using all available APAs and AKAs, well, that I feel like I need in this invasion. And then as soon as we get a toehold, I can pull APs, AKs. We can get reinforcements in here at once we secure the port, especially when we get the port of Davao. Clear these subs, which I think once we make this operation, pull the trigger on this operation, it'll just be a matter of getting ASW assets up here to knock them out, clear all this out. He may or may not have mines as well, but we've got mine sweepers. I think we're okay. Um, but see, I mean, APs I'm using to move stuff around here, but they're, um, but yeah, as soon as we pull the trigger here, I'm gonna still reinforce this, but it won't be with quite so many assets. Um, because right now we've got a lot of, see all this shipping coming in? It's all coming in. I'm gonna change this. I don't like the routing sometimes. It feels like a waste of time. Feels like it might add a day to the trip. So turn that up to direct and see if we can get in here quicker. Um, yeah, I'm gonna even do this and see if it speeds that one up too. Let's try it direct. Yeah, look at that. See, it shaves off a lot. Um, should have done that with this sooner, but it is what it is. So I'm not gonna. Anyway, you see what I'm doing, but it's kind of a frustrating that I didn't do it before and or that I have to do it. But anyway, we'll get in here and we'll push the Japanese around on Java. Hopefully, hopefully take this intact. But I will, if I have, see that 9 for repair shipyard. That's way bigger than Perth. And I would love to make this, it doesn't have to be my main sub base, but the fact that I would have a 9 repair shipyard means that any subs operating out of Manado, I like Manado because it's closer to the front here, or closer to Japan anyway. But any subs that take decent amount of damage, we can bring to Surabaya and repair instead of going all the way down to Perth or back to Brisbane. So that this is going to be very useful. Now, of course, Singapore. I mean, I don't see us taking that. He's probably got that like massively fortified with extra, more than enough troops. All right, well, moving on, we've got Burma Thailand theater, and we already kind of talked about that. I'm assaulting here, kicking him back out. Um, I would love to assault here, but he just has too much stuff, and my troops are taking way, even in move mode, like literally move mode, 3 miles a day. I don't see us catching him. But if I can get these troops, it could be the fatigue, but what am I going to do? Rest? The morale is low also. But once we get in here and attack, we can attack if he's still here. I just don't know that I have enough. I mean, I got tanks, but this is mountains. I don't, or jungle rough. Anyway, I don't, this is times 3 terrain. I just don't see us, I don't see us pushing him out of this. We could cause casualties maybe, but is it worth, is it worth it? Um, so, um, yeah, once these guys leave, actually that's going to be great. Once these guys leave, I'm going to move the tanks back and make a massive push, I think, in the mole mine. Um, we'll have a massive bombing campaign first, like maybe days worth, or weeks worth. We'll see. But yeah. So, and then China, to kind of wrap up, there really isn't anything to talk about. He's been focusing more over here, which is interesting, but okay. He's been bombing here with almost no effect, and then a little at Xi'an too. I'm trying to get supplies here, but I guess with him bombing our base, that kind of doesn't, it kind of probably reduces the number of supplies that we get from airlift to here. So anyway, I guess that's about it. So I know I'm kind of scattered and what's the word, minimalistic on this report, but I'm sure we'll have much more to talk about soon. And in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you next time for the 15th. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.